Hi everyone. I hope you can hear me well. So I'm Pierre. I work at Near AI as a software engineer, and today I just want to speak more about AI agents and how we tackle them. So as we all know now, AI systems are failing us. All the answers we get by from these centralized parties are getting more and more driven by ads, which is very, very bad. And on top of this, you have a lot of biases on the data sets they use for training, and this leads to like very unreliable answers from the LLMs. And also all the data you share with them is like you have no clue what's happening. You just give them everything. They can do whatever they want with your data. They can sell it. They can just wait to be hacked or a lot of crazy stuff. And so this creates a lot of security risks because basically they store everything and then they use it for training or different matters or just selling it to different actors. Also, open source AI proved to be unsustainable in terms of funding because GPUs are very expensive, and also every AI researchers and this kind of stuff are very expensive. And all this created like a bunch of trust issues, and now more and more countries are actually blocking access to these centralized parties. So major countries actually are doing this because they don't trust that the fact that their citizens are going to share so much information with them. And yeah, so why all this matters for everyone? So basically right now we are using AI systems for basically anything. Could be from daily life stuff to very private kind of therapy sessions you can do with your AI assistant. And all this data you're just sharing with them it's gonna leak at some point. Like these hackers are working days and night to make this happen because this data is so valuable. To tackle this, we are offering this approach, which we call user-owned AI. Basically, the idea is to give fair access to anyone to these AI systems. And because as we know now, AI systems are going to be like a major driver for GDP growth. And so we should really enable anyone to be able to build on these technologies in a fully trustless way. So our stack, which is fully open source, I hope we'll have some time to demo some stuff, is like fully verifiable and audit. You can do some audits. So actually, as a corporation, you actually know what's happening with all the data that your employees are sharing with the project. And yeah. Also, as a user, we give you back full control over your data, which basically means that if you are willing to share some data with some projects for example, for model training, then if you do, you get rewarded. And also on another side of the marketplace is kind of the model builders, sorry. So as you create a model and then some people are going to start using it, you get rewarded based on the usage of your model. So all this, we are really going towards an AI that is optimized for user well-being and economic growth, and not putting all the power in the hands of centralized parties. So right now, we are all kind of using Google or any search engine for searching, and then we see a bunch of ads and everything. You have to skim through the different results, and you hope to find what you're looking for. Slowly, we are going towards more LLM-based. So the LLMs are basically very lossy databases, which the data set contains all these responses that you get from Google search, and then you just hope to get like an answer that is correct. And we are also, the next step is AI agents. So it's basically the idea that you say something to your AI assistant, and then dynamically it's going to go and search on Google search, for example, or any kind of search engine, search on the databases or different like kind of access points, and do actions on your behalf. So it could be, for example, buying things on Amazon or booking your flights. And yeah, so we do all this so that's where Near AI is going. And we do it in a very confidential manner. I'm gonna show it to you how we are achieving this. But so right now we are all relying on different browsers, different payment processors, websites, advertisers, and so on. And we believe that later on we will all interact with AI assistants. So basically it will be like a natural language processing interface. You can ask it whatever you want, and then you will have a bunch of different agents that are specialized in your need, and then it will just do, generate UI on the fly and everything based on your need. Also, something we have on Near AI, we use the Neo blockchain, which is something that we've been working on for the last 5 years or something, which is huge. Now we have millions and millions of transactions on it. And so for near AI, we use it to do any kind of microtransactions, which basically, let's say you have an agent A that is able to do something, but it's not able to fulfill the request of the user. It's going to request something from agent B, and it's going to do some micropayments for the service offered by agent B. And on top of this, you have services, which is kind of, you will still have marketplaces like kind of Amazon, for example, but just the idea that you're going to integrate your AI agents with all these different services that exist today. And also we have smart contracts on here, of course. We use it for any kind of dispute and this kind of things for like any kind of AI communications. So what does, we call this now blockchain for AI in here. And so what does it really mean? So we've been building for the last 2 years a lot of different parts of the stack on here that allows you to do a lot of different cool stuff, which is very applicable for AI. One thing that is pretty big right now, it's called Intents. It basically enables you to trade any kind of coins on any chains. You just have to have a new wallet, and then it does really the transactions on these other chains. Also, you have chain abstraction, which basically allows you to here it's not about trading, it's more about any kind of actions on any kind of on any other blockchains. So the intents are using the chain abstraction, but the idea is that you can do actions on the Bitcoin chain, for example, from near, and you just have to have one wallet. So if you want to give it a try, you just look for near intents on Google. Also for our AI agents, we are using TEs. So I'm gonna speak more about it right now. And we have a bunch of GPUs which run in a very safe way, and nobody can actually access what you are doing with these different LLMs running on these GPUs. So the stack of Near AI, one part is the agent cloud, which is basically the idea that you can host any kind of AI agent. So it could be Near AI agents or ELIZA or I don't know, long chain agents. So you're not forced to use our SDK. It's just a very good one, but other good ones exist. But once you integrate with us, you have access to, now I checked this morning, we have around like 500 agents. So basically you can, if your agent is not capable of doing something, as I said before, you can just call other agents that are going to do the work for you. So you don't have to implement, like, for example, Amazon searching and purchasing. So our SDK allows you to write agents in Python and TypeScript. And as I said before, we have Near protocol for any kind of microtransactions between these agents, and the chain abstraction that allows you to do like any kind of crazy stuff on different chains. So on one side, we have agentic payments. We have agent discovery, which is the idea that you have like, we will have thousands of different agents. It's the idea that if you ask something to an AI assistant, it's going to discover the best agent for the intent of the user. And then you have user data and shared memory. So basically whatever you say to your AI assistant, which is just a very advanced AI agent, is going to remember a lot of things from you, whatever you do tell him. Like, I don't know, I like purple, for example. It's going to store it in a vector database for you inside the TE, so nobody has access to it, only you with your key using your Near account. And also we have agent hosting, so you can actually host all your agents inside these TEs, and then we just execute them. So all this, as I said, runs inside a TE, so it's fully confidential and secure. So what are TEs? So it's trusted execution environments. It's just the idea that it's like a hardware that allows you to run any kind of binary or workload in them. And basically, it guarantees to you that whatever is running in them, nobody has access to it. You can just actually verify that the software running inside the TE is the actual software that you expect. So what it means is that if it's an open source project, you can go read the code, and then you get the hash of this specific version, and then you can also get the hash from what's running inside the TE. You match them, and then you know it's the exact version that you expect. So if you do a full audit of the source code, let's say you read every line and you know it's fully safe, then you actually know that nothing is happening with your data and everything is safe inside those TEs. So we have TEs on the CPU side of things. So this is where we are running all the agents. And we have also on the GPU side, which is where we are doing all these LLM inferences, all the model training, model fine tuning. And so right now we have a few clusters that are doing this right now. So on top of this TE, we have what we call confidential VM. It's just an abstraction on top of these TEs that allows you basically to run any kind of binary in them. So for our specific project, what does the TE enables us to do? So one thing we do is like fully encrypted models. So basically this is the idea that you give a data set as an input, and then like it fully trains inside this TE, and nobody has access to it. Nobody has SSH access to this instance. And then you just have as an output the model. But so let's say you're happy with your model, then you can just share with the community, and when people are using your model, you get rewarded on the model that was trained for you. Also on another side of the marketplace, so there are people that are offering hardware, because this requires a lot of hardware to do any kind of LLM inference or model training. So whenever you offer your hardware, you get rewarded. And also on the agent side of things, you can actually check that the AI agent running is the actual version that you expect it to be running, as I explained before. So now you don't have to trust these providers. You can really check everything, and if you want to, you can self-host. But the value of self-hosting here is very low, because you can actually check everything and just rely on the infrastructure that we offer, or the community is offering. So I just want to give a quick example of how we do a monetized confidential inference. Can you see okay. So on the upper left corner, you have the user. Basically, this user wants to do some LLM inference. So this is a very basic example. It just wants to do simple completions on a specific model. So to do this, you have to actually pay the infrastructure provider and the model developer. So you open up a payment channel on Near, and then basically on whatever completions you are doing. So let's say you are willing to spend in total like 2 Near on this conversation. So you deposit 2 Near on this payment channel, and then whenever you are doing completions from this CVM, so where you have the GPU and stuff, you actually spend like a very small amount that gets to the model developer and Bob, the infrastructure provider. Now you have like a very small video. So this is an agent that we released last week. Basically, it allows you to do payments on Amazon. To buy products from Amazon. So here, for example, you see we have an agent called SoundSage. So this is like an agent specialized in like buying Amazon products. But we are not going to interact directly with this agent. You could if you want. But here we're going to interact with one of our AI assistants. And so this guy is able to use our discovery layer. And so he's going to find an agent that is capable for him to do to purchase things on Amazon. So here the user shares his intent. So shop for headphones. This is gonna call the sub agent, which is the SoundSage agent. You get back a bunch of different headphones. Whenever the user is happy with the product, you can even refine. You can say, oh, I want it to be pink or whatever. So you can just continue discussion. And then so you would just say buy now. And so he's gonna ask for all the shipping details for the user. And then you're gonna need to spend some USDC, and once Amazon takes care of it, you're gonna receive it in a few days. So that's live on Near AI. If you want to give it a try, it's pretty cool. And so yeah, that's it for me for today. Thank you so much. Happy to answer any questions if I have some time. I'm not sure. Yeah, or we can do it afterwards. Yes.
Do you know what size of models are allowed within the DE?
So we actually managed to run DeepSeek v3. I know another. So for all this, we have what we call the private ML SDK. And so we are working with Fala Network on this. I don't know if you know the guys. But basically, you can run any models right now. So for example, on this, so the one we are using for this inference, it's like a cluster of 8 H200s. So you can run like big models on it. Yeah. But you could run even bigger clusters. It's just, it gets more and more expensive. Yeah, sure.
If I have custom models, encrypted weights, things like that,
yeah.
How do I make sure that that model is hot? Am I paying anything there to reserve that infra for my application, or are we loading those up on the fly and having a little delay?
So yeah, there are many things to this, but like let's say you are a community and you want to train a model in that case. So you're gonna deposit on like let's say 1,000 Near, because you're gonna have to pay for all the compute, and then you get for every epoch you see if the model is going the right direction for you, and then you can either decide to just stop the training or continue on it. And then once it's like fully encrypted, you can decide to keep it fully encrypted or withdraw from the TE, but then you lose the idea that.
But if I want folks to use, let's say I train it, it's
Yeah.
ready to go, and I want folks to use inference on it
Yeah.
in this agent context, or does it need to be loaded into memory every time somebody is asking, or like it stays hot in there? Like,
So yeah, this is up for discussion. We will not be able to load all the time every agent because they are huge. Every models, they are huge. So it would depend. I think we're gonna do some like, keep some hot because some models will be much more used than other ones. But yeah, it doesn't take that much time to load the model. But yeah.
Do I need to submit a KYC to interact with Amazon?
No, not right now. Yeah.
What are some of the key chains that are abstracted right here, as in what are the major L1s available that I can cross-track with?
I don't have the exact list, but it's a lot of them. So all the main ones that you can imagine. We even have Bitcoin, which is pretty cool. And yeah, Bitcoin, Solana. Yeah, a lot of them. Ethereum. Yeah. Optimism. Yeah. You can just check on the doc side. I don't know all the list. Okay, thank you so much, guys. I'll be happy to answer any questions.